Did audio cut out? Am I not hearing audio?
Okay, fuck this shit. I got too many goddamn screens open.
I thought it was me. Okay, it's not just me. All right, good.
No.
So,
But I have the craziest giant bug that just flew in front of me, and it's trying to dive on me, so I had to grab the fly swatter, and I'm trying not to die this entire time.
nice.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to start from a different point. Hold on.
God, here we go. Well, Mike kills the bug. Let Mike kill the bug. Okay.
Coming to MCO right as you're.
Whoops. Wrong video.
What are you doing, dude?
You know what? I quit.
All right. And this is pretty much the theme for the show. This is
Hi,
how we're gonna do it.
everybody.
Yeah. Hey,
Hold on,
everyone.
I'm going to get this right.
Hello, Davey.
You know what,
Hello, Randy.
folks?
Hello,
I'm
Will.
going to make
Hi,
a
everyone.
quick plea. If you want a better show, send me money so I can buy a new computer. That's all you got to do.
Send me money to get a different fly swatter, because this one's been eaten.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, you need a chunkla. That's what you need. You need a chunkla.
All right, hold on. I'm fucking determined now.
Oh, dear God. All right.
All right, here we go. I got it now.
I never
Okay,
get
it only
tired
took
of
me
that
3
song.
times. I got it.
Yeah, I never get tired of that song, man. I don't care. This is why I love the Werewolves. If y'all haven't checked them out, you should look them up. They're fucking fantastic. And it's perfect because you know what? Today is Halloween Eve. I don't give a shit. All of October is Halloween Eve, which is what we should have named the episode. But what are you going to do?
It's still September.
No, it's Halloween Eve. Back me up. Come on, Peanut Gallery. Back me up. All right. Anyway, good evening, everyone. We've got a shit ton to talk about because it is the beginning of the season. And we're in a, well, not home stretch for most people, but for those of us that take 2 months to prepare, we are in the home stretch for spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very, very much so. So,
true.
hello, everyone. In the
Hello
chat.
to Ashley.
I was going to say, yes,
Hello
hello
to
everyone in
Davey.
the chat.
Hello.
I see. Our producer is doing a whole romper. No, was it romper room? What was it? The magic mirror. For all you old Gen X people.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, that's right. Romper Room, the magic mirror. When they looked in the mirror and said, hi to you. Yeah, or goodbye to so-and-so. Anyway, Clayton, hello. Pesca Sapien.
Yes, that's Will.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hi, Will.
Not Big Will, the other Will.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, we know.
And Randy, hello. Thank you for pointing out the audio. So.
But yes, good evening, everyone. We've got a shit ton to talk about tonight. So I hope you guys are hydrated and near a bathroom, because if you need a bathroom break, go take it now. I'm just saying. And this right here, TJ Maxx, stays cold. Fucking fantastic. I love this bitch right here. Anyway, so
And Boris.
Rob,
Hello to Boris. Okay, now we're done.
Hi, Boris.
oh,
Anyone else who comes in from now, just fuck off. You're not getting a hello.
yeah, I love how Boris that little podcast thingy. I love it. So that's going to be our new tagline.
Thingy. It's a webcast thingy.
That is going to be the tagline on our merch. That webcast thingy. That's going to work. I think it's fantastic. All right. So, Rob, how you doing? What are you drinking? What are you watching?
Well, I have a lovely Minute Maid watermelon beverage in here that I've added a few other ingredients to, and it's delicious. So I enjoy that. I'm also enjoying these fine Cheeto hot fries. So good.
Nice.
So good. By the way, some kid recently died doing like a hot chip challenge thing.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Doing that
I'm
one.
sure he had. Yeah, I'm sure he had some underlying issues, but you know what?
We're fans of natural selection here on the show, man.
That's right. Something else was going to get him.
A giant warning on a thing. Like, I mean, come on. Like, There's enough warnings on the main package when you open it up, and like the whole thing is basically just a giant warning label. So they have themselves covered. So.
Yeah, there you go. But
it's
aside from that, the only thing I'm watching, there's a show on AMC. Apparently all of AMC shows went to HBO for a couple weeks.
Yes, check your HBO Max, or I guess it's Max now.
Yeah, Max
because
now.
They added a bunch of shit, and there's good shit.
Yeah, so like if you missed Interview with the Vampire, if you missed,
which I'm going to talk about in a minute,
if you missed The Witches of Mayfair, yeah, don't watch that one. Anyway, I'm watching Dark Winds. It's basically it's a crime drama set on like a Navajo reservation back in the 70s.
Sounds like a fart joke.
It's no, not a fart joke. It's good stuff. Dark Winds. And they mix a little bit of like little supernatural in there. There's a witch who's cursing people and killing them. So there's some Indian magic at work. And you got to watch out for that.
Native American
magic at work. It's 1971 in the show, so they still throw around the word Indian all the time. So they made it so it's not a real PC show, and it helps keep track of things.
All right. So is there something you recommend?
I don't know. I'm on episode 4 of the first season. The seasons are only 6 episodes, which I do appreciate.
How many seasons are there?
Just 2. Then I don't know if there's a third or not. They're always talking about, writer strike, destroyed everything that was ever on television since the history of time now. So, but it looks good. Dallas she gave it a thumbs up. So yeah, I'm digging it. I think it's a little slow, but it's still good.
Oh, so are we. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I hurt my arm clapping.
All right. And that's the producer of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Mike of Pints and Pistons. We are lucky to have you this evening. Did you catch the bug yet?
Huh?
Did you catch the bug yet?
No, it's staring at me from our sign on our porch. And seriously, this thing is... Oof.
Cicada big?
Yeah, but it's not a cicada. It's half grasshopper, half cicada, half man-bear pig.
That's about accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Mo, ho, Mo. Anyway, but actually, like while Mike's hunting the bug there, I've got some shit to talk about, because I've been doing around this time of year is when I start my October. Don't threaten me with a good time there, Mike. But I start watching horror, and while I watch horror all the time, a lot of people do challenges this time of year, whether it's 100 days of Halloween or 60 days of horror, whatever. There's God knows how many different challenges out there. And it's a challenge for you to break out of your comfort zone and watch something you haven't watched before. Now, for those of us that have been doing it for years and years and years, it's kind of difficult, because after the first couple years, there's a lot of shit out there, a lot of bad shit. And sometimes, like finding a pill in the middle of a bunch of shit, so which actually goes into what I want to talk about. First movie I watched was I Saw the Devil. Now, this is a Korean movie. It's been lauded by so many people for so long. Oh, it's a fantastic movie, blah, blah, blah. And I dig me some Asian horror. Okay, fine. And it's funny because this actually came to me, and I watched them on TikTok. Welcome to Creepy Camp. They'll be at Spooky. They're Sean and Chandler. They're great guys. They do a webcast of their own, a podcast, whatever thingy that we do. And it's a revenge movie, which I'm okay. I'm here for revenge movies. But if you're going to do a revenge movie, how do I do this without spoiling this? Do something new. Because revenge movies are pretty much a trope in and of themselves. Obviously, it's somebody who lost somebody they love, and they're going to get revenge on the person who did it. We've all seen 20 million movies like that. You want something new. This isn't anything new. Asians, they love, and at the risk of sounding whatever, they love their gore. They love taking their gore to the next level. And I understand using gore to make a point. And if you know me, you know gratuitous gore is not where I'm at. I'm okay with gore if it's supposed to be there. For example, when you talk about, Freddy, you know what? A lot of the stuff, because that shows how brutal he is. Fine, I get it. I Saw the Devil. I don't know if any of you guys in the Peanut Gallery have seen it. I understand the serial killer is brutal. Made that clear with the first kill that he made. We don't need to keep upping the ante just to show, yes, he's inhumane. Yes, he's a terrible person. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. When you have to be hammered over the head with just how bad of a person this is, you have to kind of wonder, okay, who is this made for? Is this made for someone a little slow? I don't know. Okay, I know the chat's here. So what did Boris say? 13-year-old movie. So, okay, that's true. That's true, yes. But it's a revenge movie, but it's not telling us anything we don't already know. It's interesting, and there are parts where it's pretty gruesome. So if you're a gore whore, you'll love it. For me, I was like, this movie's been hyped for so long to me. Oh, it's a great movie. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. I've been here for 10 years. You gotta see it. I saw it. I don't care. And like I said, that's your thing. Cool. If you're like a big fan of the Korean horror, you'll like it. It sticks very much to the typical tropes. But for me, nothing I haven't already seen. Second one, however, and if you haven't seen it, I'm going to give a spoiler. If you have a problem with animals or kids being hurt, you are warned. It is a fucking brutal movie. Last Voyage of the Demeter. It just came out, the Dracula movie that, they came over on the boat, da-da-da-da-da. I'm a purveyor of vampire film. I am very snobbish about my vampire films. You have to tell me something new, and that's what I like about the vampire mythology is you're always getting something new. Every movie, there's something with the mythology that they twist. This was fantastic. This was less Gary Oldman and more Nosferatu, more 30 Days of Night, and less Lost Boys. But the way that they made this character just outright beast from hell. I'm going to leave it there. The gore is, I think it was Rob Zombie that said, let's say horror is supposed, or is it art is supposed to disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed. This movie is a perfect example of that. Yuck, but absolutely fantastic. Last Voyage of Demeter, I recommend it for everybody. If you haven't seen it, definitely, yeah. Thank you. Exactly. Dallas, you're absolutely right. This isn't, oh, I'm so pretty. Ha ha, bite your neck. Ha ha. No, dude, this is fucking brutal. This was a fucking monster in the worst way possible. I personally have an issue. I can't take kids being hurt on screen or even off screen. I can't take kids being hurt in movies. I had to turn my phone away multiple times. It was fucking brutal. And this is also going to be one of those movies that shows up on doesthedogdie.com. There is a movie site that shows you doesthedogdie.com. look it up. So if you ever want to know if a dog dies in a movie, it'll be on that list. This will definitely be on that list. So, yeah. So there's my rant.
Well, hold on. Mike, what about you? Anything good you're watching? Anything you
We finally sat down and one day watched Interview with the Vampire. Finally. Yeah, we absolutely fucking loved it.
Dude, how fucking amazingly great is it?
Like, I cannot wait till the next season.
Whenever season 2 is, yeah.
Yeah, but holy shit. And then
What?
without spoilers, that last episode, like,
I know.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You did not know it. Don't even tell me you called that.
I was yelling at the TV. I was yelling at it. And I'm like, when I saw that they didn't do a thing, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I knew that was going to happen.
Dude, but I got to say, we unanimously can say, exactly, Clayton, you're absolutely right. You will love Last Voyage of the Demeter.
But you know what? You can have both. You can have your pretty vampires, so you can have Interview with a Vampire, and then you can have your...
But I got to... No, but Interview with the Vampire, yes, they're pretty.
Yeah, but that was gruesome. They did some...
Yes, they didn't hold back from the fucking monster.
Yes, they
he's
brought
great,
in
but he's a fucking... I mean,
good.
The baby?
Good, yes.
The fuck?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
That, and then also, it's technically not horror if you think about what they were doing, it's a horror thing. But also on HBO Max, they got a new limited run series, Telemarketers. Watch it.
I've seen it. I didn't watch it, but I've seen the
Patrick J. Pestis, man. That man is my hero. I love him so much. Like, it's a true like documentary thing that like almost like Blair Witch style type deal, where like the guy just always had a camera on him and he was working in a call center, and it goes all in like on like the FOPs, like the Fraternal Order of Police, like telemarketing scams and all that stuff. And they dive deep into the shit, and it is like, holy shit, I did not realize like all this crap, and it is awesome. It's you get like into it, and you're like, damn, this is ugly. Like, this is ugly shit. And so it's like horror on that aspect, like real life horror type deal.
I will
preying on the vulnerable type deal.
Yeah.
I will share just a quick thing. If any of you follow me on Facebook, and no, that's not an invitation for those of you who don't. On occasion, I will be recorded talking to a telemarketer. I get hit with the Indian call centers like 100 times a day. My number is listed, and so I will fuck with them in various different ways because it amuses me. But a couple days ago, I got a call from one, and you always hear that click. That little, like, it's a hiccup noise to let you know that you're out of the waiting, and then you've just been transferred to a live person. So I heard the hiccup, and I'm like, hello, and after a couple times I said, all right, let's go ahead and talk. And after that, I just had the reply. He finally said something. You go ahead and talk, motherfucker. And I was like, what? Aren't you supposed to sell me something? No, you sell something, fucker. And it's like, I'm like, damn, somebody had a bad day.
That guy needs a raise. That's fantastic. Yeah, Laura just said the Interview with Vampire is awesome. I'm telling you guys, regardless of whether you like Anne Rice or not, whether you like the abomination that is Queen of the Damned or the so boring Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, whatever. No, this is what Anne Rice meant to do when she wrote this novel. Holy shit, Sam Reed, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, if that man does not get a fucking Emmy, I'm coming at somebody with Mike's Fly Swatter. Because, no. Fucking just, it's the best television I've seen in a good decade. Easily. So much, man. I just recently rewatched it and just cannot say enough good things about it.
Yeah, we seriously binged it in one day. Like, we were sitting on the couch and we're just like, okay, let's start episode 1. Next thing I know, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We finished it. We have not moved once. And I'm like, I really gotta pee.
Yeah. Every bit of it. Just and especially if you're fans of Anthony Bourdain. Dude. Yeah.
That guy, yeah. It was
100%.
full on, like, it was
Full on Anthony Bourdain. Yeah.
almost creepy how like much he pulled from that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. He's doing something. All right. But yeah, so then anyway, there's our recommendations. But yeah, I highly recommend Last Voyage of Demeter. But if you do, just be prepared because it's a rough watch. It's good. It's crucial to the story, but it is a very fucking rough watch. And I will say, if you watch Game of Thrones, Sir Davos stars in it, so it's nice to see that Davos got something out of it. So that made me happy. So, you okay there, Rob?
Does anyone know who Anonymous Chinchilla is?
The fuck?
Is that one of our people?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anonymous Chinchilla?
Okay, so fun fact, folks, believe it or not, we are almost professional, and we do have a layout of things we discuss. We have show notes.
Oh, no.
And we have a shared screen, and somebody named Anonymous Chinchilla is logged in and like is looking at the notes on our page. So I'm just curious who it is.
I'm assuming it's got to be
Not me.
Oh, well, anyway, that's
right,
a
whatever.
conversation for another time.
Anonymous is hacking us. You know, obviously, we're very high on their list of people that they
We
want to
are.
hack. So.
And they sent the chinchilla after us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, not the chinchilla.
Okay. But yeah, but going from that to spooky news, dude, we got a lot because I'll tell you what, I know there's Spookala as well, or Spookala, or however you pronounce it. And I know they've pulled out some big guests, but that has also brought spooky to another fucking level because by this time it's like, okay, there's a few, big guests at this time. We're getting the regular. No, dude, spooky is on a roll and they're not fucking stopping, man.
Every single post, I'm like, oh shit.
Another one. And they're up in the ante. And I thought, okay, you know what? We're getting, the Doug Bradley and the Robert Englund and, the Kane Hodder, and that's all fucking great and wonderful. We get all the big slashers, and that's great. But no, they're not stopping. They're not stopping. The first one they announced, and I love him so much, David Naughton, which is appropriate because he was at like the first or second, well, back when it was Screamfest, the Spooky Empire. Nicest fucking guy. I mean, Dr. Pepper making it, whatever. But, and I always recommend if you want to see something good, if you're a fan of dark comedies. Hi, Harriet. And if you're a fan of dark comedies, I recommend Brutal Massacre. It's a little difficult to find, but if you do, it is one of those meta sort of things about a horror convention and a horror filmmaker that is at these conventions, getting these actors together for a project. Ken Foray,
It's
David Naughton.
ultra low budget, but it's
well, yeah, as most of these things are. So, but absolutely fantastic. So David Naughton, love that he's coming back. I'm gonna get him to sing "Making It" this time. It's gonna happen. But let's see, and then we have.
You want me to take the list?
Yeah, you take the list.
All right. So next we've got Michael Rosenbaum, who Robbie is not on the show this week, but boy, Robbie was excited for him.
I think that's why Robbie's not on the show tonight because she had to wash her panties because every time we talked about him all over again. I think she needs to just stop wearing panties because yeah. So she's coming for him. Yeah. Literally. Anyway, yes.
All right. Yeah, so anyway, he was Lex Luthor on Smallville. He had a role in Jawbreaker as one of the frat boys. He's been in a lot of stuff. So, yeah, a lot of people like him.
With all the people that they're announcing, the little mini reunions that'll be other than like Jawbreaker and so on and so forth. It's really interesting. Because I think what'd they say? He was in like Charmed, right? I think.
He might, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But it's kind of like 6 degrees of Robert Englund, I guess. So it's going to be little reunions all over the place. So Spooky should capitalize and get those photo ops going. I'm just saying. I only take 5%. All right. And then we have, and actually this is a big one because we always talk about how Spooky differentiates itself from other conventions in that it's not just an autograph session and vendor room. No, it's a full-on experience. So if you're coming just for the guest, you're only getting 10% of the experience. But this next announcement is a perfect reason why. We've been talking about a vampire prom or goth prom forever now. Apparently, the gods of the bee have listened, and Rogue from the Crew Shadows those of you that are fellow goths like me, Friday night, Friday night, right? Yes, Friday night there's going to be an event. And Rob, you want to talk more about the event?
Well, we'll do it now. Basically, Friday night we have a goth dance party. They are referring to it as the Crypt Goth Dance Party.
Yes.
So possibly not as what is dignified as goth prom.
We're making it goth prom. I don't care. It's vampire prom. I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's basically it'll be that's going to be a big chunk of the Friday night entertainment. So
yeah. So those of you that have
goth,
vampire
folks,
costumes, yes, we're making it goth vampire prom because Anne Rice, the Anne Rice fan club is having their the vampire ball, the Anne Rice vampire Lestat anyway, you know what I'm saying. They're having it in New Orleans, literally the same weekend that Spooky is having their 20th anniversary. So you know what? We're having our own vampire ball. There we go. And Rogue is like the master of ceremonies, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm hoping it's going to be really good because I know we've been saying for God knows how long that we wanted this. So I think it's going to be a really good addition. Really good addition.
And it's going to be nice because there is a little subset of Spooky that is very like old school goth. And now that it's back in vogue or in rogue, shall we say, it's going to be great to see people like the way that they dress up for this. One of the things I see so many people reference this. Back in the 70s, there was like a Miss Vampire USA sort of contest or a pageant. And this is the perfect opportunity if y'all want to bring that back. So I know I'm planning on dressing to the nines.
Yeah. Now, just to be clear, this is, Rogue is DJing the party. This is not the Crew Shadows performing. So get that out of your head. If anyone hasn't been able to read,
I'm sure he'll be playing Crew Shadows.
He'll play a couple songs by the Crew Shadows. I'm quite sure. But I mean, if you're expecting, the Crew Shadows and the Fairies, you know what? The Fairies are probably not going to be there. In fact, I don't even know if the Crew Shadow Fairies are a thing anymore.
No, they're still a thing. Yeah, they're just next generation, I guess. Anyway, what's Rob there saying? We did a walkthrough. Oh, okay. That's something we're going to get to in a bit because everything is beginning. It is Halloween Eve, Halloween Horror Nights, which Harriet, our co-host, and Rob are there right now. So make sure you read their comments in the chat because they're there giving their live perspectives of everything that's going on, which we will get to. But for those of you that are metalheads, as we have the goths and the metalheads, which kind of cross over, I guess. I bet you, Mike, I'm going to let you take this one because you're super excited about this one.
I am.
Steve Zetro, man.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, shit. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so and I think this is one of the... I haven't seen him listed at any other con. I mean, I don't really pay attention to any other cons, but if he was announced at one, I would have seen it. I mean, I could be wrong again. I don't pay that much attention, but I haven't seen him be announced to many others before, so I'm super excited about this. Super excited.
And that's just the beginning, though. It's like, okay, you know what? Spooky always has their metalheads and whatnot. It's had their share of fare. I mean, from Steven Adler to Alice Cooper to Dee Snider, we've the whole gamut.
Well, hell, you get Chuck there too. Chuck's going to be there too, and that's I was fucking excited with that. And so now I'm like,
no, wait, who's going to be there?
Chuck
Berry.
Chuck Berry. Yeah, Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry. Okay, yeah. Chuck. That's all he is. He's just Chuck. All right. But those of you that are fans of Exodus, and there are a number of you, and I know Joey Bag of Donuts, I don't know if he watches the show or not, but I know he's going to be like front and center for that one. But but that's going to be awesome because, and I'm skipping around on the list here, dude, fucking Ricky Rackman as the guest moderator.
Hold on. You just stepped over somebody.
Well, no, because I'm putting them all because he's talking about Chuck. I'm just
okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. No, we're jumping around. Yeah, but the fact that Ricky Rackman is going to be there, which leads us to believe that there are probably some more because he's not there just for Exodus and Testament. I'm sure there's others that he's going to be doing. So that means that they got other shit up their sleeve, not literal shit. I hope not. But
yeah, I mean, I got to believe if they're bringing in Ricky Rackman, there's going to be a few more rock people. In fact, I kind of know there's going to be a few more, but I can't say why I know.
Also, I want to say, AJ, I know.
Because he sucks Petey's dick. That's why. Because he gives Petey blowjobs. That's what that is. So.
Also, I just want to say, AJ, yes, I know. I was just fucking around. Because I really just want Chuck Berry to be there. I mean,
Chuck Berry, yeah. But no, but those of you, the metalheads, you're going to be so, to make sure, like, if you haven't gotten your fast pass situation, which we will go into again, make sure you do so, because the Q&As for that are going to be fucking phenomenal. Like I said, because Ricky Rackman, as we all know, is a fucking legend from way back in the day. That is as old as I am, which that's Crypt Keeper old, which leads.
He's a fanboy from back in the day and became a legend because he's still alive. So, you know, that's sometimes if you hang around.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying, look, no disrespect to him, but I mean,
I'm
just saying, the guy's been successful in so many different ways, so there's nothing but respect.
Dude, headbanger ball.
He's also a racing fan too.
I was more of a Yo MTV Raps guy, gotta be honest.
I'm dying of not surprised.
Just saying.
So, do you think Ricky Rackman knows how to do the Ed Lover dance? That's the real question.
Yeah, we should argue. And Harry just let us know the fast passes are sold out. So there is no fast pass situation.
Y'all are shit out of luck.
Yes, you are.
Unless you know someone that you can, do a little whatever to get a little something.
You have dined at the Del Taco of luck, and you have shit it all out. It is gone.
Mm-hmm.
The luck shit has been flushed, and is now somewhere in a pipe heading towards the Atlantic Ocean, because that's how plumbing
it's
works.
funny for those of you, and I know Boris is watching. If he's seen I Saw the Devil, if you've seen I Saw the Devil, like that situation in the stall where he has to get the GPS pill out, so he has to get it out and then dig through for the pill. That's what you're going to be doing for the fast passes. That's just what I'm saying.
And you're goddamn right they roll, Rob. Just saying.
Y'all Robs. I don't know what it is about y'all. Anyway, but yeah, speaking of old people like Ricky Rackman and myself, John Kassir. Am I pronouncing it? Is it Kassir or Kasser? Because I know him as the Crypt Keeper.
I don't know. I think it's Kassir. I
thought it was Kassir. Am I wrong? Have I been pronouncing it wrong all these years?
We all have been then. Yeah. So that's fun. Yeah, the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, spell it right on the check. He doesn't care.
Exactly. No, and that's someone who you definitely want to meet, because he was one of the first people that I remember that for a short amount of money, I'm sure it's more expensive now because everything is, but this is someone who would leave your voicemail, your outgoing greeting as the Crypt Keeper, which that's fucking amazing. Nicest fucking guy ever. So it's going to be really awesome to have him back.
Fun fact, actually 2 fun facts. Well, I'll go with one for now. There was a Tales from the Crypt cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, for those of you who were unaware of this. It was called Tales of the Crypt Keeper. And it was kind of there was this weird 90s trend where, they had Don't Be Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps. Like horror for kids was all over the place in the mid 90s. And Tales from the Crypt Keeper was part of all that. So
that's good to know. All right, we're getting some comments in the chat. That's the thing. Even when it's typed out, so is it Kasser? Because I'm still not sure. That doesn't help. Typing it out doesn't help me. Anyway,
I think that means Kassir, like with long E's.
Kassir, like the way I was saying it. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Kassir.
I like that because it's more exotic that way than Kasser.
John Kassir.
Okay. Now make sure when you see him, you say it just like that.
I will.
Exactly, because hey John, yeah, you have to say it like that, like Iron Sheik. That's what you have to say it like.
I make him humble.
God, oh man, all capital letters in your tweet.
Unfucking believable. Anyway, but yes, and then for those of you that let's get back to the slasher stuff. Adam Green. Those of you that Hatchet fans, and I remember when Hatchet came out, everybody was going nuts. Those of you that like slashers, y'all were just creaming yourselves. And Kane Hodder's going to be there. So I'm just saying. So is Danielle Harris. Just saying. So, like I said, if y'all haven't got your fast passes, y'all really are shit out of luck. So, but that's fucking fantastic. So, I mean, Adam Green's going to be, like I said, they keep rolling this shit out, man. And then for those that are younger, because we do have to appeal to the younger generations, because, we're the old fucks in the room now.
Yeah, honestly, I was just Side note, Mike is not only the youngest person on the show, I'm pretty sure he's the youngest person in all of the chat. Y'all are small motherfuckers. And I'm just letting you all know that. So at some point, Spooky did have to appeal to the 20-somethings and the teenagers. Yes. So
yeah. Well, you also got to think they've been coming for, 11 years? 11, 12, 11, something like that.
Exactly.
So.
But no, the cast of Five Nights at Freddy's, well, that's fucking massive.
It's okay. Let's qualify it. It's not the cast. It's the people in the costumes. It's basically
shut the fuck up.
Well, there's going to be an actual cast, like the actors who are getting killed and running away. These are the people in the suits.
It's still the cast. They are in the movie.
I'm not. I just want to clarify that's people in the suits, and we.
Kane Hodder is the man in the suit.
He's true.
The man behind the mask.
Yeah, Boris put it right. These are the furries.
Fuck all y'all. Okay.
Wait, does that make Godzilla a furry?
No, he's scaly.
Man, I swear, I can't with you people. I swear. But for those of you that are fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, which there are a number of them, those of you that watch Winnie the Pooh and all that shit, it's going to be awesome. She won the last couple of costume contests. I don't want to say her name on here, but she was awesome. She did the Five Nights at Freddy's costumes. You probably saw the costume contest. Fantastic. She's a high school kid. A fucking high school kid. Built that herself. Unbelievable. Fantastic. So there obviously is a whole new generation that are going to be just loving that they're there. So that's super fucking awesome.
Oh no, and for the record, Clyde, just to point this out, actors in suits need love too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not knocking anything. I'm just trying to clarify.
Did that really need to be clarified though?
Some people need it. Absolutely. Some people
need it. Those are the people that need to eat the hot Cheetos, okay? Or the one chip challenge, and then just if you need that clarification. That's right, I went there.
Yeah.
All right. And then of course, let's say, we're getting, I love how the chat is going. It's fucking fantastic. The Tattoo Festival. And one of the things, and again, like the Goth Prom, this is not just a vendor room and an autograph session. That's not what this is. You have shit going on. This is Dragon Con shit. There's shit going on all the time. The Tattoo Festival is going on all weekend. So if you want ink, I know Mike's wife got a tattoo there, and so many. Craig
we're just walking through, just looking, and we were going down. I think it was like the third or fourth aisle at that point, and she was flipped because she would always go, and we just looked through all their art and all that, just because it's awesome art too. Yeah. And she's like, I love that bet. And the guy just happened to have a cancellation. He's like, hey, I'll knock $20 off of it because I have no one here right now. She's like, fuck it, let's go. And boom, right then and there. Got her back.
They did a great fucking job.
Oh yeah, wonderful. Absolutely love that thing. But yeah, it was boom, boom, there you go. Great guy, amazing. We sat there for the 2 hours, talked with him and all that. And yeah, didn't expect it to happen, but it did. And hey, it's an experience. And now she's got a wonderful tattoo from it.
Yeah. And I know a number of people like Craig. Every time he goes, he gets another tattoo from the vendor room. It's fantastic. I've seen a number of people do it, and it's something that unfortunately is slept on. Even if you're not getting a tattoo, just going through and watching the process, just looking at the art, because a number of the tattoo artists have their art for yeah, they have their arts for sale. Or I know there's one of them that had jewelry made that was selling them there, and I got some great pieces from her. Yeah, you become a fan of somebody's work with her. And people
like you said, a lot of them not only are doing their tattoo stuff, but they also have the art stuff. And there's been a couple prints and paintings that we've gotten from there. From this, they had on the side of, hey, we do this too. And it was one of like their pieces that they did a tattoo of that they put onto a print, and it was beautiful. And I'm like, I don't have tattoos. I'll buy that though. There we go.
That's fucking fantastic. Oh, and Cheryl just said in the chat that game scared the hell out of me. That's true. Five Nights at Freddy's, for those of you that are fans of the franchise, and that's been super successful. So, I mean, Rob, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's, or are you too good for that?
Yes. It's never appealed to me. Julian, was a big fan of our son when he was very young. It was like his thing to watch, and seeing him watch it, like, okay, I've got a good enough feel of what the game is. Not my thing.
He's so pinky out. But no, just even Harriet and others in the chat. I mean, like I said, if you, and especially for those of you that just want to get away from the insanity of like Robert Englund's line, or, you know, just all the crazy shit going on, the tattoo room is a great place just to unwind, talk to some of the artists. I'm telling you, I have relieved more anxiety in there than I have anywhere else at the con. You've met some wonderful people. And if you do get a piece done, those of you that have ink like I do, you know how therapeutic getting a piece is. So you just have that couple hours just to sit and veg and just relax. It's like a spa session. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny. Apparently we turned into Five Nights at Freddy's chat. Will has mentioned
that's your fault for dissing him.
Who's not played, and Boris, like 5 games deep, lots of lore. Yeah, no, I know it's been around now for almost a decade.
See,
I'm not sure. I'm not saying you're horrible for playing it. I'm just saying
it's people in suits. Yeah.
Never played it, but I've watched my nephews play it before and all that, and they absolutely love it. And I mean,
it's massive.
Made me jump and all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, you got me. You really did. You got me on that one.
Yeah. No, like I said, even Cheryl said there's bits in the game that I've seen other people, you know, play it on YouTube and shit. And yeah, the people get scared doing that. That's pretty fucking awesome.
You know, I did play Resident Evil 2 Remake on our Twitch account not long ago. Just throwing it out. I did.
Mm.
It's a very good game.
I've been doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then now I'm officially sucked into Starfield.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm a space cowboy.
Gamer nerds, I swear. But yeah, just keep an eye on Spooky Empire, you know, all their affiliated social media, because this is not the end.
No.
There's still 2 months to go. They're still cranking it out. So, and like I said, and they have a habit, the Monday after we do a show, they always announce someone else, probably just to say fuck you to us, which is fine, you know, but it's a term of love. But yeah, so I mean, keep an eye on their page, because I guarantee there's going to be more, and it's just going to keep, the momentum is just going to keep going, man. It's fucking fantastic.
All right, so also Boris and Cheryl are also playing Starfield.
Oh.
And Will is playing Baldur's Gate 3, so he's having sex with a bear lady, which is,
speaking of furries,
one of the draws of the game, apparently.
I'm just going to leave that there.
I'm playing Yakuza 2, so, you know, that's my thing, though.
But yeah, that's actually an opportunity. I mean, I know Rob utilizes it. I don't know if I know Matt doesn't have the time. I don't know if Mike utilizes it. We are on Twitch. If you're watching us on Twitch, you know.
I don't have any of the sign in or anything like that.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to work on that. But yeah, I know Cheryl, and if y'all don't watch her, I don't know how to pronounce her name in the chat. Thawalba. But Thawalba there, that's Cheryl, and Cheryl has a very successful Twitch channel, and she does an amazing job, and she's super entertaining to watch. What?
She plays all sorts of games.
Yeah, and she's super entertaining to watch too.
Yeah.
So that's fucking fantastic. But speaking of other events at Spooky, we do have an announcement. We have an official event for the webcast. We normally do something on Thursday night. We have done Spooky Pajamas before. We have done
bowling.
What?
You did plastic bowling?
Yes.
Plastic bowling. Well, I'm just talking about costumes. But yeah, we've done like the old school ghost costumes.
We've done
ghost hunting.
Yeah. Ghost hunting.
So, for those of you that are there Thursday night, it's kind of our pregame sort of thing, just to meet up and chill and hang out and say hi to everybody. So we're going a little bit off book this time because of the recent success of this beloved historic character. We've decided the theme this year is going to be Mrs. Roper. So there's going to be a captain, as they're called now, a captain of Mrs. Roper's running around Thursday night. And it will be in honor of our fallen friends that have been at Spooky. Angelica, you know, Kyle, Brian, Dina, you know, all of us. And Angelica, all of us. So
because everybody likes Mrs. Roper. You know, everyone wants to dress as Mrs. Roper.
Because here's the thing, wearing a muumuu, and as you guys will learn, is the most comfortable thing you can ever possibly hope for. The air conditioning.
Sabrina has so many of them now, and she loved them so much. So much. Yeah. And I'm like, I felt one, and I'm like, oh, this is a wonderful, breathable material. Why don't I have one?
And Thursday night, y'all are going to get to do that. Just a cheap what Party City, whatever, red curly wig, boom, a moo and you're done. And it's going to be fun. They recently just did the first one at Dragon Con, and I don't know if our producer has the photo available or if he was going to share it or not. That's how many. I don't know if you can zoom in on that at all, Rob.
It's not a. This is
that's
about
all you need. But then, now we're not looking for steampunk Mrs. Roper. We're not looking for a mashup. No, this is not the time to get creative. This is the time to put on a silly wig, wear a comfortable muumuu, and just have a frilly frou-frou drink. And it's going to be amazing and awesome. And I really hope everybody partakes because we're looking forward to this. This is just going to be a lot of fun.
This is Thursday night, and we don't have the exact time. I mean, we may just say, hey, let's just dress up at the pub or wherever the meetup's going to be.
Yeah, that evening sometime. Well, keep an eye on the page. There'll be more info, whatever. But that was the first one at Dragon Con. Obviously, we're not going to have nearly as many. However, because we are core members of the Central Florida chapter of the International Order of Mrs. Roper, try saying that 3 times twice. 3 times twice. Huh. But yeah, Gods and Monsters on September 24th, which is a Sunday, right? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think it's September 24th, Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. If you want to try out your Mrs. Roper, Gods and Monsters down on International Drive, Vault 5421, Friends of Spooky, y'all have known him forever. Amazing bar, amazing comic shop. There we go. September 24th, Sunday evening. It'll be our first outing as Mrs. Roper. So dress up as Mrs. Roper. There's going to be 70s themed drinks. There's going to be Three's Company on the TV. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we hope you all will come out and just chill with us as we, do Mrs. Roper. Because why the fuck not? How do you not
basically, if you have ever wanted to dress as Mrs. Roper at a post-apocalyptic themed bar,
and doesn't everybody?
There you go. This is your big chance.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, it's always a fun excuse to go to Gods and Monsters and just.
It is. Which Gods and Monsters. Well, fun fact, actually, Gods and Monsters. Speaking of horror, they just had a guest there today, Saffron, and I don't remember her name, but she was in Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which in my opinion is one of the best of the series. So they were there today. So that was fucking cool. That's just a nice little PS note there. But yeah, Gods and Monsters.
What? I said I still haven't been there since they moved to the new place. It's
smaller, but the bar makes up for it, and they've really just come into their own just over the past couple of years. They've really done a fantastic job. How could they misspell Roper? What? Did someone misspell Roper? I missed that. Okay. Anyway, so back to Spooky. There are special FX classes, and I know because we have Greg Nicotero, because we have Rick Baker, because we have Tom Savini, we got a lot of big ones that are going to be there. Obviously, we're the special effects classes. Some big names doing the special effects classes. SpookyEmpire.com is all on there. Some of them require a fee, but if you've ever wanted to know how to make yourself a zombie or how to make yourself look like a, mangled victim of a serial killer, whatever. They do have special effects classes specifically for that sort of stuff. I know Alan from AEO Studios, who is fucking amazing. He's doing a class. Again, so one of those things that, at Spooky, you don't see anywhere else. So I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about the special effects classes or not.
I've never done one. I have watched when Danielle and Eric did their prosthetics class. Yeah.
Is Danielle doing a class? I hope so.
So when they announced, I haven't looked at the schedule on when they mentioned, here's who's doing it. They mentioned Bad Moon FX. They mentioned AO Studios, somebody else. The only 3 were
Bad
mentioned.
Moon FX, of course.
Yeah, so I don't know if she is or not, but she's done it the last 2 years, I think. So I'd be surprised.
So maybe she's doing something special. I don't know. But Bad Moon FX, y'all know them, John and Eric. We know them, we love them. They're doing a class. There's always fucking entertaining because just watching John and Eric interact is just comedy in and of itself. Oh, Cheryl just said, I did Mrs. Roper when Spooky did their 70s night pool party. Perfect. So you're already set.
Clayton, just for the record, it is spelled correctly. It's kind of a funky font. So it might not appear that way, but no, it is Mrs. Roper, Roper, unless
That's what I
that's
thought.
the incorrect spelling after all these years. I'm not sure.
No, and Harriet's absolutely right. I think makeup and actual effects are coming back in style. People, that's really that. Yeah, you're right. I think you're absolutely right. And so, again, check these classes because these classes will fill up fast. So, let's see the film festival, and I wish Harriet was on for this. I kind of want to save this for the next episode. Harriet's on.
We can just as a bullet point, we can just talk because I've done it before. Spooky has announced what films are going to be shown in the film festival. So I'm not going to try to run through the list. There's a lot. It goes to at least 2 days, if not 3.
Yeah.
So just go on their Facebook page. You'll see the list. They have different categories. There's the weird category. There's family horror. There's a couple others. So take a look, see if anything interests you. And we've been proponents of it for the past couple of years. So I would just say check it out. See if something interests you.
Our resident film snob for when it comes to indie stuff, and I want her to talk about it more. But
just carve out a little bit of time and watch a movie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's something I absolutely recommend because you never know who's going to be the next Mike Flanagan. There's so many movies that we personally love, that y'all personally love, that started out as little indie flicks that came to all these little festivals all around the country. You could be the first one to see like the next Trick or Treat. You know what I mean? You don't know. So, but that's something else, like I said, and I really want Harriet to talk about that because I know like she is like the expert on this shit. And then, of course, as we mentioned, the goth party, which y'all need to prepare yourselves because I am bringing it. Oh, yeah. It's going to be obnoxious. And I don't give a shit. I've been looking forward to a vampire prom for decades. So I'm here for it. All right. So, but as far as other convention stuff, because this is the time of year where a lot of conventions start up around this time as well. We recently just attended Fanboy Expo, which was also Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, yes. In the same hotel. It was in the Hyatt, which is undergoing significant renovation right now in the lobby area.
Yes, if you're on our YouTube or Facebook, we did do a walkthrough. So those of you that haven't been to the hotel before, watch the video. Just look at our page because we do a quick walkthrough showing you where everything is, just giving you a feel for the land. And, we go through the renovations and so on and so forth. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we did Fanboy Expo. The reason we did Fanboy Expo, well, Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees was there. The last surviving monkey.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, but they had a really great guest list. I mean, John Rhys Davies was there with fucking Warwick Davis, which is spooky.
Yeah, the main draw was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So because they had the guy who was actually the creator, like the guy who created the comic back in the late 80s.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw he was signing stuff for free. I think that was him.
No, that was not him.
That was not him? Okay.
No, that was
right.
that was.
I admittedly don't know.
Yeah, so no, they had him, and they had like all the original voice actors from the first cartoon series, except for Rob Paulson, who was Raphael, who also now does Donatello's voice on the current animated series. But they also had guys who were in the live action movie.
They should have had Vanilla Ice. I'm just saying. Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja.
Nobody wants that. Nobody.
Oh yes, they do. He got a Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial out of that.
I do want that.
Yeah,
I do want that.
Thank you.
No. So it was. So if you were, that was like the main theme. TMNT was big, but they also like she said, they had a lot of Star Wars. They had the Emperor. They had
Emperor Palpatine there. Well, that's pretty cool.
Emperor Palpatine. Warwick Davis was there, so they had Wicket the Ewok and Willow and all that good stuff. And then
I wish if his line wasn't as big as it was, and I would love for Spooky to get Warwick Davis because I want to ask him. And if you guys haven't seen it, look up the bit Ricky Gervais's show. I forget what the name of it is, but it's Ricky Gervais, Johnny Depp, and Warwick Davis. It's the funniest fucking shit you'll ever see because Warwick Davis ends up in a toilet with Johnny Depp, telling him to be Lord of the Dance, and it's fucking crazy and unreal and beautiful. And I want to know how long he had to stay in the toilet. So, but that's fucking fantastic. But anyway, look who I met, Sebastian Bach. And I'll tell you something, we happened to see Petey at the show. And Petey's going to hate me for saying this. I don't care. Petey was just as much of a fanboy as we were. Because, Petey still loves all of it. Thank you. But it was awesome. Petey was part of the Q&A. There weren't a lot of people in Sebastian's Q&A. But it unbelievable.
Let me tell you what the highlight. First of all, Harriet has an opinion on you meeting him.
That's right. Go, Demi. Go, Demi. Go.
At one point, first of all, Sebastian Bach, and I'm going to keep my comments quick. He's just a huge music fan, and so he was going through the music that he loved, and he brought up Steely Dan. Like, he's a big Steely Dan fan.
I have video of him singing Steely Dan.
Yeah, so at the end of the panel, the guy who's running the soundboard puts on Deacon Blues by Steely Dan off of Asia, one of the greatest albums of all time. That's another story. But Sebastian just picks up he never dropped the mic, but he starts singing it. Yeah. So to see Sebastian Bach sing anything by Steely Dan, holy shit. I was just like, that is so goddamn cool.
Absolutely surreal. And it was awesome because, as you know, Petey is a massive Kiss fan, as is Sebastian Bach. So the two of them got to geek out over that. And it was awesome because I personally am a fan. Well, so much that Sebastian has done from like the time he was 19 until now. But it was really great to hear him talk about his thoughts on the music today, because here's the thing. Say what you want, but you have seen how rockers have been lately. You've seen John Bon Jovi. You have seen Vince Neil. You have seen Axl Rose.
Vince McNeil.
Exactly. A lot of rockers pretty much should have stayed gone. Sebastian kills it every time. Just the man he's fucking pristine and he looks fantastic. And to see him rip into the music business today, especially when it comes to backing tracks and auto-tune. For those of you that are fans of Motley Crue, you know about the controversy about Nikki Sixx not actually playing, but there's just backing tracks.
Yeah.
He ripped into that, and Chris Jericho, and it was beautiful and hilarious. And you loved when someone who's passionate gets passionate. It's a joy to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Sebastian does need to be spooky. I absolutely agree with you.
And I like you said, I just want to meet him and just geek out over Kiss with him, because I know he loves the obscure shit of theirs that I love, and I just want to be like, we need to talk.
Yeah.
We need to talk.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, and here's the thing. And Spooky always says this, and I don't think they say it often enough. If you want someone at Spooky, go onto their social media and tell them about Spooky. Because a lot of times they don't know about this con, and sometimes the invitation might get lost in the mail, blah, blah, whatever. But yeah, and Sebastian is very active on his Instagram, so on and so forth. Go tell him. Go tell him you want him Spooky. We would all love to have him there. Can you imagine Sebastian being like interviewed by Ricky Rackman? Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Real quick, they're gonna promote a quick podcast called 33 1/3. And I think John Legend is the actual host, but basically what they do is they bring in another musical guest and they break down like very famous, like groundbreaking album. And sometimes it's music he's familiar with. They actually did Asia. I mentioned earlier. They did. It's a whole bunch. But one of the albums they break down is Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and they brought in Ricky Rackman and Sebastian Bach to basically discuss it. And it's even if you don't want to listen to the rest of the show, listen to that episode, because the two of them, they clearly love the album. Sebastian and Ricky, they both tell some kind of, behind the scenes stories that, when they were friends with Axl. It's good. It's really, really good.
Yeah. But speaking of which, if you want to look up something really fun, if you like seeing celebrities get super fanboy, Jim Brewer has a show that he's done for a while. If you're a metalhead, you know who Jim Brewer is. Goat Boy, whatever. But he's done a couple episodes where he has him, Sebastian Bach, and Rob Halford singing together. And Sebastian is a massive fanboy of Rob Halford. I mean, who of us isn't? So the fact the two of them are there with Jim Brewer, who is like the ultimate fanboy, watching the three of them sing together, amazing. These are the sorts of things that we want to see at Spooky. These sorts of just monumental, iconic moments.
Oh, I would love to have Jim Brewer at Spooky. I mean, he is.
That'd be a great.
Dude, that would be amazing.
For years, and then also his musical taste and all that. Like, oh, he would be such a good guest.
Right. Petey, make it happen. Jim Brewer, make it happen.
Rob will give you a little extra, just saying. Little extra on the happy, just saying. But speaking of Kiss, interesting thing that came across our desk. Mini Kiss, who we have asked for at Spooky for how long?
For those of you who don't know, Mini Kiss is basically a band of little people who dress as, they do the makeup, and they're a Kiss cover band. They just happen to all be little people.
But they're like the best Kiss cover band, literally.
No, Kiss Army was the best Kiss cover band.
Whatever, that we could argue whatever all day, but still, I think Mini Kiss is absolutely fantastic.
I said Kiss America. I've seen Kiss America.
Oh, all right, well, we're going to have to fight. That's just, cage match.
Anyway.
Cage match of all three, and
somebody else got Mini Kiss.
Dude, Mad Monster Party, who are friends of Spooky. It's a convention up in actually, they're not even just in the Carolinas anymore. It's one of these conventions that have branched out there everywhere. But Mad Monster Party, one of the better horror conventions I've been to, they got Mini Kiss the same weekend that Spooky is going on. They're having a Halloween thing going on, whatever, but they brought in Mini Kiss.
So we're not getting Mini Kiss. That's just so you know.
Yeah, we're not happy. So Mini Kiss is not doing Spooky.
No.
But so Mini Kiss is on the circuit. So maybe for spring, who knows? We're just saying. But and speaking of new kids on the block, Spookala. Have y'all been watching this whole all the stuff that Spookala? Because here's the thing: Spookala is basically just taking every big name and just going bam, bam, bam. Which is why Spooky has upped it, because you've got everyone from David Arquette, you've got Kevin Smith. Who else has Spookala got?
Horror icon Tom Arnold.
That's important. That's important.
They've got like a Scream reunion going. They've got Rory Culkin, Fiona Dourif. You can check out their page if you're curious.
I'm saying, but yeah, it's interesting to watch. Just bam, more and more and more. But the thing is, we're the ones that actually get to reap all those benefits, because while they're trying to do each other, we're getting these big names in that we don't normally see. And it's so.
In the meantime, we're all too broke to afford all the stuff that we want.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's the one that
we've had Brad Dourif, but I could do Brad Dourif again.
It's been a while for Brad. It's been a hot minute.
Yes, it has. So that would be awesome. That would absolutely be awesome. So I'd personally love to see that. But the thing is, when you have conventions competing like this, we get the spoils because they start getting in the big names we all want. So keep an eye on Spookala. Like I said, it's really interesting to see the stuff that they're bringing out. But yeah,
you know what? You know what else gets brought out with all of this? Pettiness.
Yeah.
Tribalistic pettiness. Now let me tell y'all a story.
No, hold on a second. We're gonna lead in with this because this is a new segment of the show that we're just gonna be talking shit from the peanut gallery. Because here's the thing: we are a fan-run webcast. Yeah. We are horror fans, just like the rest of you. We watch what goes on social media. I love how Mike just kind of ducked out there. I love that.
Ducked out.
Just throw something away.
Tossing it in the garbage.
Yeah, exactly. But we see all the stuff that goes on, and we don't want to be a webcast that just gives you Spooky's doing this, blah, blah, blah. No. We represent you. We represent the fan perspective. We try our best to anyway.
We want to talk some shit.
Yeah, we do. We do. We want to be real. We want to get people uncomfortable. So yeah, we talked about Ricky Rackman earlier. Y'all, do you think it will bode well for anyone to go onto a celebrity is announced for a convention?
Well, no. Let's back it up.
Okay, please take it away.
On his own page, on his own social media.
I was going there, but
okay. Well, let's see. We'll just cut into the chase. Ricky announced that he was going to be at Spooky Empire.
Mm-hmm.
A very dedicated Spookala fan said, Ricky, you should go to Spookala instead, and started trashing Spooky Empire and said, you should consider this more enlightened.
Do you, first of all, when you do something like that, and this is not Spookala versus Spook. No. Regardless, you go to whatever fucking convention you want to go to. If it makes you happy, do it. We don't give a shit. But going onto a celebrities page to trash talk one convention to try to hype up another, how do you really think that's going to work? Do you really think that's going to accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? Do you really think it makes a, so-and-so nobody, 2033 here, says, I should go to this one and not this one. Well, let me just get on that.
Dush.
Keep your peace.
Dush.
Mike, you're just sitting there laughing.
Oh yeah, no, because I'm just in my head going, are they gonna like pay for him? Like, is that person commenting gonna like?
That's a great question.
Like,
well, let's think about this in a perfect world.
How many jobs are they gonna give?
That's a good question. If you're willing to back it up and say, "Hey, I will pay for your hotel room," then okay, maybe you can post something like that. But even so, wouldn't you want to message them about that privately? That doesn't, regardless of what convention, that doesn't make you look good.
I would just say this. How far is your head up your ass to make you think that you, random thing on the internet, random person, random nobody, random nothing, just reaching out to, whoever it is saying, hey, you should go here instead. Why? Why should I listen to you?
Yeah.
What do you really think you're going to accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'd love to have that much self-confidence that I could just reach out to someone else online. Hey, you're making a mistake. Do this instead, and have them go, oh, holy shit. Thank you for correcting me. I don't know what I would do without you. We should go hang out.
It's just putting I understand most people out there are like the people Mike was talking about with the hot Cheetos one chip challenge or whatever the fuck it was, hot Fritos, and they don't think before they do shit. I get that. And when you don't, it's okay, because you know what? You make fodder for the rest of us, because some of us enjoy watching this shit because it reminds us how smart we are because we don't do that shit.
Hot Frito, Cheeto. Oh, hold on. Got to mute.
It's not even smart. It's just common fucking sense.
Yeah. And again, this is not Spookala versus Spooky. We're not talking one over the other. We're just talking in general.
Just don't be a twat waffle.
Apparently that's difficult. But yeah, and Boris had made a great comment there. So I don't know if you want to post Boris's comment, because this is the section of the show where I'd like to talk about what's going on in the community and have people say comments and we post stuff like that. It's true. And we could talk philosophy all night long. That doesn't matter, but it's absolutely true. And, just to, put a massive, huge dildo-sized point on it, we're not pro or con anybody. We've all done different conventions. We're all for going to whatever convention you want to go to if you have a good time. So this isn't a matter of pro this one or con this one. This is just about the horror convention community, period. And it's supposed to be a community. When you do things like that, you're actually doing more harm for the person you're promoting than you think, because that leaves a bad taste in the celebrity's mouth, and worse than the one that Rob leaves in your mouth when he does his thing. So.
I will say this, and just to end it, Ricky actually kind of I don't want to say put them in their place, but
Ricky was great about it. Ricky was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he answered it very diplomatically and says, like, it's really it's bad form to, if you're a music venue, if you try to bring somebody, he made a comparison just saying it's bad form to do one show and then go do the other next door at the same time. He didn't have all the facts, he wasn't interested, but he was very politely just saying, don't do
fuck
that.
Off. Yeah.
No, he wasn't saying that.
No, it's basically like not giving any validity to it whatsoever, kind of doing the opposite. Just kind of what we were saying. It's like, okay, you know what you did was just really poor form. Yeah. And if he were to ever get involved with another event, then he would already have a bad taste in his mouth. So just saying. So, but it would be nice if we could all play nice. But for some reason, like Boris said, everyone thinks everyone on social media is important. Whatever. But yeah, we're gonna do this pretty regularly though, because we watch stuff that goes on in like groups and posts, and someone's always got to be like sitting there poking the bear, and so we're gonna talk about it. So if there's a controversy you'd like to see us talk about, by all means, shoot us a message because we think it's funny.
And thanks, Clayton. I didn't know Harlan Ellison was dead. That's a bit of a shame to know. All right, well,
Is he?
moving on.
Really?
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Oh, so much I pay attention.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So now we've gotten convention stuff out of the way. Want to chat about a few other Orlando events?
Yes, because is this time of year where things are going to start getting really, really busy, especially for people like us who hibernate all summer and then come out with all the creepies to do all the fun Halloween stuff for the next couple months. Like the Mrs. Roper Romp at Gods and Monsters Sunday.
Yeah, so yeah, Mrs. Romper or Mrs. Roper Romp coming up next.
Captain, I like the Captain and Mrs. Ropers. I like that.
But yeah, 2 weeks from today, so there actually won't be a show in 2 weeks because we'll be at Gods and Monsters.
Maybe we'll do a live from there. We don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But the other big thing everyone's talking about is Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, because they actually, I think in the past week, did their media preview nights, all your favorite influencers and whatnot. Haunt Scene we love Haunt Scene. Johnny's been on the show. Fantastic show. So look up Haunt Scene because they have done some really great videos on not just Halloween Horror Nights. I know they've been following Busch Gardens Hollow Scream for those of you over in Tampa.
Hollow Scream.
Yeah, Hollow Scream, and they're all starting to come out now. So it's nice to see that. For you as the like Disney and their Halloween party, which exorbitant prices with whatever. If you have money to burn at Disney in August, God bless you. Okay. But
if you have money to burn at Disney, you should buy me something nice.
You should buy me something nicer. Just saying. Mikey's cheap. All he wants is Natty Ice. So
no, Natty Light.
Natty Light, whatever.
There's a difference.
There's a difference to me. But yeah, it's really awesome. Like Haunt Scene is like really ramping it up. They're talking about some of the local haunts. I know like Sir Henry's Haunted Trail is making like a big comeback this year, so it's gonna be nice to see that. And the Horror Family. I know Horror Family also are kill buddies, as they say. Heather Paul, we want to say happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today, so happy birthday. Fuck you, because why not? They did Halloween Horror Nights, and one of the cool things, and Rob started showing it at the beginning of the show. Really interesting thing that we're seeing at Orlando Airport. Rob, do you have that video?
I do.
You do? Oogie Boogie, nice.
Heads up, if you are coming to MCO right as you're getting off your plane, you're going to be met with the new HHN store. Let's go check it out.
So the HHN store is right next to the normal Universal Orlando Resort store and right across the way from Magic of Disney. For being inside of an airport, this store is incredibly well themed. It totally feels like an extension of the tribute store in the main park. And it has pretty much all the merch that you could look for in case you miss anything on your trip and you want to get something last second. So yeah, check it out. It's at Terminal B at MCO from now until November 4th.
That's pretty fucking cool, man. Because Robbie's out of town now, and I think she mentioned something about it. So I think Robbie is actually our emissary there. It's a big word.
Yeah,
emissary there now.
When she was flying out, they checked it out.
Yeah, so I'll be curious to hear like her take on it. I don't know if she has videos or anything. If she does, we'll post them on the page.
Well, let's go to the airport right now and find out.
Yeah. Robbie.
But I do like
technical. Sorry. Yeah.
I do like what he said in the video of, hey, if you missed it when you were there and it was one of those like you're flying out, it is a last chance to be able to grab stuff like that. And that's actually a really good idea for them. Like it's a last chance cash grab type deal, but still extra place to get the shit. Like if you don't want to, sometimes the airport might be less packed than Universal. Hey, there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
but I mean, that's actually really cool. And sometimes the store at Universal might be too crowded, which this time of year is pretty possible. So
you got to think about how people will be going into the store at the airport versus at Universal. If you're closer to the airport or if it's one of those that you can get in and out there quicker, it might be a better option.
It's true. It's true.
Strategy.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, considering Harriet is actually at, like I said, it would be nice if they could like come in live because they're at Halloween Horror Nights right now. But it's like I said, look up Haunt Scene and Horror Family and all your favorite horror influencers. That's an actual thing. But it's great to see like all the stuff actually coming in from all these influencers. It's nice to see the previews from them. And Halloween Horror Nights, really interesting. Really interesting. They got the Stranger Things, which I've seen the house, and that actually looks fantastic. They have one of these scare zones that's really fascinating. It's a very 70s hippie theme, zombie sort of thing, which I'm really looking forward to. Oh, what you doing?
Nothing. What you doing?
Oh, he's watching porn.
Yeah.
He was bringing up the news.
But speaking of things in Orlando, we have been also watching something else that's going to be in Orlando pretty soon. And now, granted, it's going to be International Drive, so it's touristy, but it's interesting. Speaking of videos, I mean, is that the video you were bringing up?
Yeah, it's called Area 15, not 51. It's Area 15. But
okay,
just a quick peek at this thing.
Yeah, cheaper parking at the airport. You're right, Laura.
Area 15 Orlando will be 300,000 square feet, which is almost twice the size of a super Target. This immersive intersection of art and storytelling will be on 17 acres in between Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld. If you've never heard of Area 15 Las Vegas, you may have heard of Omega Mart, which is a 52,000 square foot immersive, mind-blowing art experience. Large sculptures and outdoor experiences are planned, but it won't be the same as the original Area 15 in Las Vegas. Rumor has it there will be a tethered balloon bar called the Aero Bar. Think of it as a similar experience to the hot air balloon in Disney Springs. The guests can have an option to sit down and have their feet dangle 13 stories in the air, while the bartender offers up drinks. This attraction is set to open in fall of 2024. As always, heart and share.
Yeah, heart and share.
I apologize for how annoying that person's voice is, but
I don't give a shit. But
yeah, it's something. If you
said it's similar to Meow Wolf, yes. But it's interesting though, and I think Rob probably won't be going because he doesn't like to be up 13 stories with his feet dangling. I don't think that'll be a thing he'll be doing.
Probably not. Probably not.
I don't know. That video just gave me so much anxiety, and I don't know if I want
it. It could be sensory overload. I get that. Yeah.
An anxiety attack. Nope.
Yeah. Well, Angie, we're gonna hire you. Yeah, I was gonna say, Angie, we're gonna hire you to narrate from now on.
That wasn't any of us. Just some random person off of the TikToks.
Yeah.
That's like a sensory overload kind of place. So you kind of have to be drunk to be, to safely intake it. Because don't do acid and go there. That's a bad idea.
Oh, no.
Oh,
too much.
That would be my kind of thing, but that's the sort of thing I did back in the 90s.
That's
so
back in the day, yeah.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Everything's allegedly. Unless you're Danny Masterson, then it's proven guilty. That's right. Too soon? Anyway. But yes, so as spooky family news. Interesting thing. Because I know Craig was just talking about 13 Ghosts reunion. I would love to see a 13 Ghosts reunion.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Shannon Elizabeth, we have Matthew Lillard. I don't know how many other the guests, the guests we could get. Tony Shalhoub, I don't know. But it would be interesting. But Matthew Lillard, he's actually doing the interesting thing now. He's branding.
Well, he's doing what every other celeb these days has their own liquor. So he's jumping into that, and he's got his own whiskey. And it's
as long as it's going to be better than the Crystal Skull vodka.
Nothing will be worse than the Crystal Skull vodka.
Oh my god, that was the worst $60 I ever spent.
Oh my god!
I got it. We opened it. I took a sip. I dumped it out. I filled it with water. It sits on the counter.
Yeah, same exact thing. I tried. I don't think I had more than a couple sips.
Sure, but yeah.
No, I literally had one sip out of it. Went, fuck no. Worst
vodka. Like dinner.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Harry just said Bob Dylan has his own whiskey. Here's the thing, though. Matthew Lillard, Bob Dylan. Who would you trust with your whiskey more?
That whiskey from Bob Dylan probably is what keeps him alive. So I would go with Bob Dylan's whiskey.
I don't know. Matthew Lillard's a fun guy. Matthew Lillard knows how to party.
If I'm not mistaken, his whiskey is like a Dungeons and Dragons themed whiskey.
Well,
it's a gaming themed whiskey.
Okay.
Interesting.
So,
As long as it doesn't taste like orc's piss or something like that, then-
Oh, wait, Matthew Lillard's, you're saying? Or are you talking about Bob Dylan's?
Matthew Lillard's.
Okay.
Matthew Lillard's. Bob Dylan's.
Bob Dylan has a fucking Dungeons and Dragons themed whiskey.
I was going to say, what?
Rolling at 20, man.
Yeah. But that's interesting though.
Roll for initiative.
It makes me wonder. I wonder if Voltaire will have an absinthe.
I don't think there's enough of a market for absinthe. Literally, the only reason Marilyn Manson could sell it is because he was Marilyn Manson.
I was saying that's a whole nother conversation, but
yeah, no, there's a reason we don't have a lot of celebrities making absinthe.
Yeah, but it's interesting though. I mean, I'd be curious as to what. Well, Voltaire would probably do rum. Now that I think of it, he's Spanish, so rum. Yeah. That makes sense. But Cuban rum, But Matthew Lillard, I think. But he's also the kind of guy that he's like a big fanboy as well. So I'd like to think he would be personally involved with everything with his whiskey, as opposed to just slapping his name on something. Probably. I think so. It looks interesting.
I would love for it, instead of D&D themed, I would love for it to be Scooby-Doo themed. I mean, seriously. Zoinks. I mean, come on.
Zoinks, Scoob, we're fucked up.
And I mean, just think of how much more you can market that to people. There's
probably some copyright shit or something. I agree with you. I agree.
It would be. He seems like it would be more appropriate if he had his own strain of weed.
True.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could see that, but what do I know?
Yeah, but no, Cheryl just said it is D&D themed. Okay. Rob, I mean, I didn't know if you actually had the video of Matthew Lillard, because actually it was a pretty cool video.
I don't have it. I didn't grab that one.
Oh, you suck. Anyway, that's okay. All right, but yes. And speaking of our buddies over at Haunt Scene, or was it Haunt Scene? Oh, okay. No, this is done wrong. Grim Life Collective, who have been to Spooky a number of times. Yes, Grim Life Collective, my cousins. They're fantastic. Y'all love them. I'm hoping they come back to Spooky because they're fucking fantastic. Those of us that love Bora, who is Spooky Family, and we absolutely adore, they actually just did a team up. They're up in, they just did some big Halloween fest, like some Canadian Halloween fest or something, which I don't even know. But Bora and Haunt, you got me saying Haunt Scene now. Grim Life Collective went to the grave of George Romero together, and they did like a whole big thing together. So, Grim Life Collective, Bora, George Romero.
These are all spooky people.
These are all good things.
Yeah.
These are all good things.
Well, speaking of George Romero, a couple of weeks ago we had his wife on the show.
Yes, darling woman.
Yes, and one of the things we discussed was, excuse me, was that the Twilight of the Dead. That's like the final George Romero movie. The script was written. They did announce a director for that yesterday. So, and apparently this was a real, like they were being really careful with who they were going to have direct. And so they finally got someone, and it's Brad Anderson. For those of you who, if the name's not familiar, you might know some of the movies. I think the most famous movie he directed was The Machinist with Christian Bale. That was the movie where Christian Bale didn't sleep for a year and had to lose 80 pounds. Yeah. So he also did Stonehurst Asylum, which was
yes, Stonehurst Asylum.
Yeah, Stonehurst Asylum, which was fantastic. Kate Beckinsale. And,
you know what? If I may interject for a second, when Babette Bombshell recommends a movie to you, you watch it.
Yeah, she
doesn't recommend a lot. I mean, she's up in New York right now, living the celebrity life, doing the release of her movie Curse of the Werdeer. She's all off being famous and shit. When she recommends a movie, you watch it. Stonehurst Asylum. Fantastic.
So the guy's had some critical hits. It's been a while. I mean, since he's had a big one. Stonehurst, I think, was the last. But anyway,
great movie though.
Yeah, good. And Harriet's saying, "Holy shit, great director," and he is. So this is a really good sign. This may. I know a lot of the zombie of the dead movies are kind of a little hit or miss. If everyone's going to be completely honest, I don't know anyone who loves all of them. But this is everything is shaping up that George Romero's story is going to end on a high note. So Fingers crossed.
Harriet already seems hopeful, so that's good.
So,
no, that's fantastic. And actually, wait, where am I here? Oh yes, I was gonna say. Speaking of George Romero, there's one thing we wanted to talk about our sponsor, Freak Show Unlimited. Fantastic. Yep. Freak Show Unlimited is doing some amazing shit for October. I'm telling y'all, your favorite spooky vendors, you want to start following them for pre-orders now, because this is going to be one of those shows. I guarantee they're going to be sold out on Friday. Okay, first of all, we got this, and I wish we could get Angie in here to talk about this, but we have the Terrifier sauce. Now, we know Art the Clown is everywhere. I just found out yesterday, Art the Clown already has a knockoff costume at Spirit. So when Spirit is already knocking off your costume, you know you've made it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's like, did he say something particularly about this?
Actually, no, just to be clear, it was not a knockoff costume at Spirit. It was a knockoff costume at Walmart.
Ah, you're correct.
Which is actually even bigger.
Yes, that's fair.
But yeah, and Matt has talked to us about this before. You know, he said it was the blood orange ghost pepper sauce. They've rebranded it, so now it is the Terrifier sauce. So cool. Yeah. They also have, and again, Matt will elaborate a little bit more on this. I'm not going to go into all the details. It's really his to share. But we want to make sure
we wanted to give you a little preview of some of the great stuff coming from our sponsor.
And hold on, this is my lawyer stuff. Let's see.
I was like, wow, okay.
You know what? This is why I think Microsoft can just suck my nuts.
Yeah.
Because they showed my things in order and then they changed the order.
Yeah. But no,
not everybody does clowns. I mean, personally, Shaggy, clowns and me, I think clowns are boring. But
all right,
that's just me. But dude, look at this shit.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
Paper cutouts, or not paper cutouts, but
laser cut.
Yeah.
This is laser cut shit here. This is fantastic. Now, if you want something original, Robert Englund signs knives all fucking day. You know, he's not going to remember. Nobody gives a shit if he signs into the 50,000th fucking glove. Everyone's got a fucking Freddy glove. You bring something like this to Robert Englund, I guarantee you the fucker's going to be your goddamn best friend. Look at this shit. You don't see shit like this.
And I believe they're making these for other things as well. I don't think it's just
no, this is a sneak preview.
Yeah, so and Matt will talk about more of these later on.
Yeah, but this is just some of the stuff they've got up their sleeve for October. So I'm like I said, not even just spooky, but the vendors are bringing it fucking next level. Yeah. So that's just an example. You're a Robert Englund fan, you want to get there on Friday and get that and get Robert to sign it because that's fucking fantastic. Yeah, so they're like I said, that's just a preview of some of the shit that they're bringing for October. They're really fucking bringing it, man, and I'm excited. And it sounds cheesy, but I don't give a shit. I'm really glad that Freak Show Unlimited is our sponsor because I love their shit. Perfect example, and this is just a personal story. Our teenage son, y'all know him. The other night, going to the kitchen, he's got a Publix bag full of bottles. What are you doing? I peek in. He's got 5 of Freak Show Unlimited's hot sauces. What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to live stream. Really? He loves this. 5 of their sauces he's bringing upstairs to do live stream, whatever. That's how integrated they are into our lives. We just happen to have stuff here. So, yeah, when your teenage son is taking the hot sauces to go upstairs to stream, that's a good endorsement. I'm just saying.
It's one of those. Every single Pints and Pistons dinner includes one of the Freak Show sauces. And every time we include another one into it, and the guys absolutely love it. And I love their sauces.
Yeah, fantastic. It's not just hot sauce; it's flavorful. It's good shit.
Exactly. But then also like their lamp, like we got one of their lamps. 10 years ago, something like that.
Some of the ornaments are on our tree every year. Yep.
That's our nightlight. Like that's literally been in our bedroom ever since we started going to Spooky.
Yep.
And Will, for the record, he's only going to be a teenager for a couple more years.
Yeah.
He's 17.
And that's the thing. You know, our teenager, this is how long we've been going to Spooky. We've been going to Spooky since before he was born.
We were going to Spooky while he was in the womb, but even before then we were going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But
Randy, I don't know. He won't even tell us where he streams anymore. So
he said VTube something. He said a reality account in VTube. I don't know what the fuck that is because I'm old. Whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, so apparently I told him, I said, you need to, give Creature Unlimited credit because, But yeah, that's the first thing he does on Friday. He immediately beelines right for their table, which tells you everything because teenagers like to eat. So.
All right. So just to wrap up, because I think we've hit everything in the notes for today, but I did want to talk.
But there is a good roundtable question here, though. Actually, well, there's two, because there's a horror movie one I wanted to ask, and I didn't get a chance to actually ask it. But I mean, this is a good question, though. We all have horror movie recommendations thrown at us left and right. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should watch this. You should watch this. You should watch this," and we all have our own personal preferences. What's been a horror movie that people have thrown at you forever and ever, or some big hyped up movie, and you watched it and you were incredibly underwhelmed by all the hype it got because people were recommending it left and right? For me, it was I Saw the Devil. People have been selling me I Saw the Devil for years and years and years. I finally watched it. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Not necessarily a movie, but a series. Stranger Things. Not a fan of Stranger Things.
That's fair.
Not a fan of Stranger Things.
I think it's very sub-niche. I think it's a Gen X thing, so I get it.
Yeah, but no, like what I'm in, and I don't fucking like it. I don't like it.
Harriet and I are going to fight. Next show, we're cage match, me and her. She just dissed X. We're going to fight. Okay, it's on. It's on.
I wish I had something to add. I don't mean off the top of my head.
Actually, you know what? No, you do have one. Repo the Genetic Opera.
No one intelligent thought that was good, though. I mean, it's like the people.
We're gonna fight because I fucking love that movie.
Oh God! All right, so I'll admit, yeah, I thought Repo was just shit. I was like, why? Why is this a thing? So.
But I mean, everybody's got at least one because it's everyone's. Oh, you should watch this. You should watch this. Yeah.
Repo the Genetic Opera insists upon itself. And Will, I actually like Psycho Gorman. It's not great, but it's just bad enough that I enjoyed it. So
yeah,
but
it's a good discussion question though. It's like something people have thrown at you for years and years. And the other one, and I'll say it 20 million times, fucking Suspiria. And Boris gives me shit about it all the time, which is fine. I think Suspiria is stupid. It took
X
me
is
years
better
to
than
make
Pearl.
it.
You're both wrong in the chat, just so you know. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but anyway, but I mean that's a good discussion question though, because welcome to Creepy Camp. Like I said, they're Florida boys. They're great. Sean and Chandler. If you go around TikTok or whatever, welcome to Creepy Camp. Follow them because they're going to be at Spooky. Great guys. But me and Sean apparently because I Saw the Devil, and we're going to fight. That's it. Cage match. But let's go back for a second to MTV because we're getting, Testament and Exodus and Ricky Rackman. It's Headbangers Ball. That's a good question. What MTV guests would you like to see at Spooky? And we're going to ask the Peanut Gallery over here.
Yeah, Peanut Gallery, please answer. I mentioned it earlier, and I definitely watched in the 80s, but I was pretty young. Like I had an older sister, and when we had MTV, she was a teenager who pretty much just sat in front of the TV and watched. So I had my favorite music videos, but I didn't get like the VJs and stuff like that. So for me, I kind of came online, so to speak, and appreciated MTV in the 90s. So like my two big jams, it was like I watched Yo MTV Raps. I love Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
Ed Lover is it, and Dr. Dre, that was the Dr. Dre, not the other Dr. Dre.
Yeah, no. So I love the two of them. I'd love to see them, and not that he would be available anymore, but the fact is Mike Judge was MTV in the 90s. He created the most iconic thing they did in the 90s with Beavis and Butthead. So, I want to meet.
No, William there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know him as Shaggy.
Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore.
And Carl brought up Kennedy the Virgin. They always had to remind you that she was a virgin.
Huh. Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore is a dickhead, and that's right. I said it, and I don't apologize for it. Yeah, Pauly Shore. I think Pauly Shore just recently did an appearance. I think it was like Tampa Bay Comic-Con. I think Boris can tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, that
but
sounds
yeah,
he was somewhere over there.
Yeah.
So, any Adam Curry fans talk about Adam Curry's hair?
It still looks good.
Kurt Loder's a good call. I mean, he was like the most trusted newsman in America if you were like under 18.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, Bill Bellamy, nice. That's a good one.
You know, she's arguably a little nutty, but Jenny McCarthy, I'd still like to meet her in person.
That's interesting. Yeah, she's a little questionable, but the best guests usually are. I mean, Tom Sizemore. Hello.
Yeah, no, she'd have stories, but
Yeah.
but yeah, Jenny McCarthy, and I mean even Carmen Electra. I mean, I know she was kind of the dollar store version of Jenny McCarthy, but I said what I said.
Oh yeah, no, it would be interesting, just like even just to have some of the MTV guests just for like the retro factor.
Well, there's always been the idea that Petey was going to do just a strictly rock and roll show, and that would be a hell of a way to do it.
It's not off the table yet, I mean, he's still, like I said, I saw him fanboying over Sebastian Bach, so who knows? Anything's possible. Anything is absolutely possible. Oh, met Jenny, she's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, wait, is who's married to Donnie Wahlberg?
Yeah, that was her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're married anymore, though. I think they're divorced.
Are they? Okay. Might be. I don't know. I guess Botox does wonderful things. I don't know. But yeah, Pauly Shore. But it would be interesting to bring in, and Rob's got it there, Randy of the Redwoods. For those of you that actually remember who he is. Randy of the Redwoods. And I know we're kind of like talking and Mike's just like, who? But Randy of the Redwoods. That would be interesting.
Randy is actually a DJ, and they just brought him, like most MTV VJs. Now, granted, they never even had him, host. Well, I guess he hosted.
Matt Frewer. Matt Frewer would be fantastic for The Stand. Garbage Man or Trash Man from The Stand. Oh, I would be here for it.
Yeah.
Randy would be good. Absolutely. Matt Frewer, 100%. Max Headroom, hell yes. I would be here for it.
Oh, yeah. Good call there. Great call, as a matter of fact.
No, Matt Frewer, fantastic choice. That's who my vote would be for.
All right.
Absolutely. All right.
Mike, if you can make it 5 more minutes, because I know you're running on fumes at this hour.
I can never see it in his eyes.
We're gonna wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna do a quick round of the cameo game.
Kingdom.
It'll play into this because
I'll make it work.
All right. 5 minutes for the cameo game, because what I ended up doing, first of all, everyone, thank you for watching the show. Like and subscribe. Find us on
heart, like, share, blah, blah.
Yeah,
whatever.
find us on all the platforms.
Yeah.
What I've done is I went through and I've grabbed a bunch of old MTV personalities who were on Cameo.
Ooh.
So a little bit different, not as horror related, but this is, other people. Now, I will say this. The original VJ era, the early 80s, the Nina Blackwoods,
Alan Hunter.
They're not on Cameo, and I looked hard. But I've got a bunch of other people throughout the late 80s, the 90s, even into the 2000s. So we're going to just bust through this. So everyone play along. First, Mike the Situation Sorrentino from the Jersey Shore.
$2.
No, he has
$2.
He's got to pay court fees, so it's got to be more than that.
Night, Davey. All right, yeah. So the Situation, the guy who is the poster boy for all that was wrong.
Fuck that piece of shit. He's probably going to charge $250. I bet.
Bring Sabrina over. She should play too.
Sabrina, she's sitting next to me. She just got out of the shower, but she's like, "Oh, he's got to be higher." So hold on, I'll let her say. Sabrina, what do you think?
Somebody said 250. I'd say around 200.
She says 200.
I love Angie's
not
I threw up in my mouth.
I'm going for 150.
Oh, he's so full of himself.
Billy, what do you got? $2?
No. Like I said, he's 250 at least.
250. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike the Situation Sorrentino, $300.
Yep. Well, but it's one of those. I know he's got shows. Well, he still does shows and all that shit, but he also has court fees he's got to pay for it because he really did get in a lot of trouble and all that shit.
Yeah, because he's a moron.
Tax fraud. It was tax fraud. So he Wesley Snipes it.
All right. So
I'd love to know who the fuck's paying that, but
all right. So Bam isn't on there.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Mike's fly swatter is anyone who pays Situation that fucking money gets the fucking fly swatter.
All right. So next on the list, Bam is not on there, but his mom and his dad are. April and Phil Margera, from Viva
I-
La Bam.
I love them. I love them so much. And side note, really quick.
I want Don Vito.
See, well, he's dead.
He's dead. He's
I know.
very
Well,
dead.
hey, Bam ain't far off. I'm sorry. I still got him in the celebrity
I
Deadpool.
have to side note on his parents, though. They did just show up to the Blue Ridge Mountain rock show that they did because CKY was performing, and they showed up and introduced CKY and all that. And the crowd went crazy because they're wonderful. Everybody
Oh,
loves
sure.
April and Phil. Everybody loves them.
All right, so April and Phil. Mike, what do you think then? What would you pay for April and Phil?
Are they a combo or are they separate?
They're together. They do. Yeah,
I'm gonna say $50.
$50.
I'm gonna say 150.
150. All right, Harriet all said 50. Well, Mike, right on the dot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, I was gonna say Sabrina said 100, but hey, okay.
No, Mike wins it. Mike wins it. Congratulations. All right, going a little earlier into the MTV era. Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh,
Wubba,
shit.
wubba, wubba.
Fucking wubba wubba wubba.
Yeah.
It's not wubba wubba. It's wubba wubba. Get it right.
Well, that's see, I always do it how Prince Charles did it on the SNL sketch where they did
Oh, dear
MTV
God.
Spring Break Goes to London.
Ugh. Yeah.
So yeah, what do we
Wubba
think? Fun fact: Downtown Julie Brown also posed for Playboy at one point. So
Yeah.
Change your
She is still a DJ too on 80s on 8 on Sirius
yes,
XM.
she is. Yes, she
And
is.
they all still are
All-
on Sirius.
yep,
That's why
still
they're not
on-
doing Cameo. They're all on Sirius.
All right, Demi, what do you think?
All right. Julie Brown, I'm gonna say 75.
75, along with AJ. Mike,
Gonna go 60.
60. Sabrina,
Who was it?
Julie Brown.
Ooh,
Downtown Julie Brown, because there was a Julie Brown comic.
Yeah, there's a
the comedian.
difference. Yeah, the redhead.
$80.
$80 for
80
Sabrina.
bucks. All right. Well, folks, Harriet wins this one at 200. Julie Brown is also $300.
What?
God damn. She got
Got
those
to get paid.
She got paid for her titties. That's what
All
it
right.
is. That's the shit.
All right. So earlier I talked about Ed Lover, co-host of
Oh.
Yo MTV Raps.
Now, what I would pay as opposed to what he would charge. That's different.
Yeah.
I'd pay $300 for Ed Lover, man. Yeah, just
All right.
Oh no! Don't do that again.
Shut up.
You shut up.
You
All right.
shut up.
All
So
right.
Devin said what?
Yeah, Ed Lover.
Ed Lover,
I'm gonna
host of Yo MTV Raps. I got 100, 400 Molly. Molly, that's probably fair.
I'm gonna say 125.
I'll do 215.
215. All right. Folks, Ed Lover is a fucking steal at $59.
Boom! That's it. I'm getting Ed Lover. I'm getting Ed Lover.
All right.
Good
We'll
for
do
him.
2 more. I have a whole list more, but all right. So this is a little more obscure. Everyone might not know this. I think this was season 7 of The Real World when they were in
nobody gives a
Hawaii.
shit.
When they were in Hawaii, Ruthie. You don't remember Ruthie the train wreck? All right, if you don't remember Ruthie, I'm not going to think anyone else will. So we'll skip Ruthie. Does anyone remember Eric Neese from the first season of The
Eric
Real
from the
World?
grind. Eric from the grind.
Also the host of The Grind. He went on and got a job from MTV. Eric Neese, basically he was
Pretty
like the
boy.
first guy to have abs.
Yeah, that was the pretty boy.
$5.
$5. Eric Neese.
I'm gonna say $5 and a Slurpee.
$5 and a Slurpee. Allison has said 150. Yeah, the workout dude. All right, we got 20 from Molly, 69 from Randy. Folks, Eric Neese is $50.
Yes, and a Slurpee.
All right, I'm gonna end with one last one, just for anyone who might know the name for a more recent. Farrah Abraham.
Oh,
Farrah Abraham originally was on Teenage and Pregnant.
yeah,
And then-
teen or
16 and
yeah,
Pregnant.
yeah,
And then the next level was like the Teenage Mom show.
yeah, and then she on porn too.
Yeah, and now she does porn.
Yeah,
Like she did a fake leak tape with a porn star, and it was basically she's a porn star now. So she went from
Yeah.
16 and Pregnant to porn. She,
Oh, I
and
love
she
how
is,
Carl's
trust me, this
gross.
is like the skankiest chick in the world.
I love how Carl's like gross. Yeah. Okay. Gross.
I'm gonna go 69.
Well done, sir.
Sabrina says 300 because she's arrogant.
Allison said that bitch is nuts and delusional. $500. Molly Zombie said -100. Randy's at 70.
I'll take
Mike,
two.
you win again. Mike, you win again. She is $50. Bitch knows her roll. So
Yeah,
there you go, folks.
That's for the reach around. Yeah.
Also, and I'm not gonna. And I'll also just say this just for the fun of it before we go. Snooki and Dr. Drew also $300.
Yep.
Each.
Dude, Dr. Drew, I'd give him $500 fucking dollars, man. That guy is hot as fuck. And I know every single woman in this in the peanut gallery, you all feel me, and I know you do. Dr. Drew, we all got fantasies about Dr. Drew. About him
folks, thanks for watching.
Yeah, see, he don't want to talk about it. He's threatened by Dr. Drew. That's what that is. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 all that shit. Mike, go to sleep. We love you guys, and fuck you.